Welcome back to our study of rubrics. This is the third video in our series. The first one we talked about why you want to use rubrics in Canvas. Trust me, you want to use them. The second video was dealing with creating a simple rubric that you would use on maybe a daily homework assignment. And this video we're going to be going in depth where I'm going to be applying the rubric to the standards that were in the 7th grade accelerated math program here in the state of Alabama. Now, two of the previous videos I'll have links to in the description, so if you want to go back and watch them, you just know how to get there. What we're going to do to begin with is we're going to click on the rubrics option in our course, and then once we click on that, we're going to hit add rubric, and I'm going to create a title for this rubric, and my standard I'm working with falls under number systems and operations, so I'm going to come here and just paste that in. And then I'm going to go into my description criteria, and this is where things are going to get kind of interesting, because I'm going to be taking and looking at the additive inverses. Is going to be the first part of what I have. So I'm going to take and put in my additive inverses equals 0 there, and then I'm going to go to my subsection A, which gives a long description of what that is. And I'm going to hold on to that because I'm going to need that one again. I'm going to update my criteria, and what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to creating a 10-point total assignment with 5 line items. So the first thing is it can only be worth 2 points. And what we're going to do is I'm going to say, paste in here what I had, and then I'm going to say that the students demonstrated understanding. So you might use some other flowery words for this, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Copy that again because I'm going to need it. Next, I'm going to need a line for partial demonstrating understanding. So I'm going to click on this little blue plus sign, and for this one, it's going to be 1 point. I'm going to go ahead and paste in the standard again that I'm working on, and this time I'm going to copy and paste in my demonstrated partial understanding. From here, I'm going to hit update that, and then I have the clueless student. For that one, I'm going to push my pencil this up here in the top right, and here we have a student that did not understand the standard at all. Whoops, I deleted what I was doing there. So I there it is. It got lost up on the other side here. So I have did not demonstrate understanding, and once again I'm going to take and copy in and paste the same thing. So now all 3 times it tells them what the standard is. Either they demonstrated it, they demonstrated partial, or they did not demonstrate it. And that one standard's worth 2 points. Now I can take and add a criterion here in the bottom left, meaning I'm going to the next standard, and it's going to ask me, do I want a new criterion or do I want to duplicate it? And I am going to duplicate the one I just did. I'm going to have to change a lot in it, but I'm not going to be changing everything. So now what my new standard that I'm going to be creating is about using a number line for sums and differences. So I'm going to have my short title here, and then I'm going to take and put in my long description, which is going to go right here. Update that, and now I've got this new one started, but I'm going to have to edit each one of these by changing that one. I'm going to edit, and I'm going to change this one, and I'm going to edit, and I'm going to change this one. Now I'm going to have, once again, have a total of 4. I'm going to pause the video for just a second and finish out my other 3 rows, which I will create just like I created these. Notice it's automatically said demonstrated understanding, demonstrated partial understanding, didn't have a clue. Alright, I've got all 5 of the substandards listed here I wanted to, and you can see they're all listed here. We got the additive inverses equals 0 and the details of what it's looking for, using a number line and the details of what it's looking for, subtraction and addition as inverses and all the details, and so on for the 5 standards I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and hit create rubric right here, and now that rubric has been added to my database of rubrics that I can include on any other assignment that I've created. So from here, I'm going to go into my demonstration file, and I'm going to click on an assignment, and then I'm going to add the rubric to it. We're going to take and scroll down to where it says plus rubric right here, and then on that plus rubric, I'm going to hit find a rubric in the right hand side. You can create the rubrics here from scratch if you want, but this way we have what we're using. I'm going to get my course I'm taking this from, and right here I'm going to click the rubric I want, and boom, it was already included in there. We're not done. We also have to take and hit the pencil there, and we're going to scroll down and say use this rubric for grading the assignment. Update, and it's going to say that for this one, that assignment was set for, that I added it to, was set for 100 points. This only set for 10 points that we just created, which means that if I give the kid full credit, they're still only received 10% of a grade. This is a safety check that they build in for it. I'm going to go ahead and say leave it different for now, just because this is a training video. So from here, now all that is done, I'm going to hit my save button right here, and we're going to go in and do a little bit of grading. So I'm going to go to my grade section, and I'm going to take and click that demonstration assignment. I'm going to hit my speed grader, and inside speed grader, see where it says view rubric. Now I can click and view the rubric. I'm going to slide it out here so we can see what our options are, and we're going to take and say, well, they got that one, this, they really understood that, they had no clue on this, they were pretty good on that, and these two this concept here they mastered. So that added up right there to a 6 out of 10. I'm going to hit save, and right there's the grade, 6 out of 10 points that they would have earned, and it gives the students on each one of those line item of concepts a description of how many points they earned and what the standard was on those points. Now, if you really want to go in detail, you can do some really cool things here and explain a little bit more about why they got points lost in each one of those. You can also take and go down in your comments section, of course, and add comments for the students to follow through there. I hope that you find this useful. I think it's going to be a really good thing to have, and it's definitely something that is going to help us when we move to the standards-based grading that we have coming in the future. Please let me know if you have any questions.